Oh, it's a little bubba.
Little Bubba.
And my little short story. It looks insanely good.
Can you find it?
Hold up. Rewind. It's story time.
Hi, I'm the List Girl.
Hi, I'm the List Girl.
Hey guys, let's go here.
Hi, I'm the List Girl. And this is my bucket list channel.
A place full of discovery. Cultural discovery, creative discovery, skill discovery, self-discovery. My list contains 1,000 things I want to do before I die.
With my list, I set out to discover the world, discover new cultures, gain new experiences, new skills. Most importantly, I set out to discover myself.
What would you put on your list if you had one? If you had no limitations, an infinite amount of time, and a pocket full of money, how would you change your story? How would you change your life?
So, I kind of did a thing, a very spontaneous but rational and much desired thing. I published my first story. Hi, I'm the List Girl, and this is Bucket List Girl number 855. To write and publish a short story. I hadn't really planned on anything really, how or what I was going to publish. I spent an entire weekend reading a bunch of horror books by a lady called Darcy Coates, and she was like my favourite horror writer. As I love all things horror, movies, books, everything. It reminded me of how once at university when I was doing creative writing, I had written a short story. I remembered that it did quite well with my teachers when I had to workshop my piece to the rest of the classroom. Everyone seemed to enjoy it. Spending that week reading kind of in a way fueled something in me, and it reminded me of like how I had gone to university to want to be a writer, and yet throughout my time at university and since graduating I haven't really done anything at all about that. So I wanted to see what I could do. So I spent ages trying to look for where it could have been. I thought I had like a printout of it, but I didn't. I ended up finding it in like a backup hard drive which I had used whilst at university, which is lucky because I've been trying to be a minimalist, and so I've been minimalising all this stuff. I was really scared I might have gotten rid of it, but I hadn't, and I found it. It wasn't the finished piece, so I had to finish it and edit it, and I did that in 1 week. Because I'm not crazy. I'm very, I want to say spontaneous, but I feel like that's just too nice. I'm very impulsive. Yes. That's me. I vigorously went through my belongings to find where it was stored. Eventually I found it, and I spent the next week finishing the story and editing it. Eventually, after several attempts, it was ready to go. Georgia and her proofreading got it to a point where I was completely happy with it. I hopped onto Amazon and sent off a copy of my book and awaited a review. I'm about to publish my first book.
Oh shit. How do you feel?
I don't know. This is insane. I have a book out into the world. But I get 69p for.
What?
Just that! 72 hours later, there it was on Amazon as paperback and Kindle, ready to be purchased by literally anyone. By anyone.
Mine's a sign copy.
It's insane. Yeah, I've signed George as well. This video is gonna kill me. And I still can't believe, like it's been what, 2 weeks maybe that it's been available, and I still can't believe that my work is out there for anyone to purchase and read. The plan now is to write a collection of short horror stories. Maybe about 10 or 12 books. That sounds like a good number to me. I like even numbers. And then eventually down the line, I'll be publishing a full-length novel, which I've been working on for about 2 years now. However, until then, you can find Deep in the Cellar on Amazon. And at the end of this month, my next short horror should be up and ready to go as well. What?
You're becoming more successful than most, like, published authors at your age, probably.
I don't think so. Crazy, because that's 2 books in a couple of weeks of each other. And if there is anything that I have learned from this bucket list goal, it was effort and it was patience. Effort to be creative and to write and to do the best of my ability. Dedication to keep going and keep writing. And patience for the book to be approved, and then further patience for it to arrive in order for me to surprise everyone, because I'm really bad at keeping secrets. And so it's quite impressive that I was able to keep this from my family for a good week until I could spill my own surprise. It was definitely worth it though. They were definitely proud. This is all I really want to do, really. Make my family proud. Every week I do like a weekly review on myself, and I kind of just sit and think about whether I'm on track on all the goals that I want to do and like the career that I want to take. And one thing I always do at the start of every weekly review is I ask myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why am I making videos? Why am I trying to publish books? Why do I have a website posting blog posts about self-growth and self-improvement? And I've literally just come down to that I want to leave behind a legacy that makes both my present family and my future family proud. And I also want to leave this world better than I found it. And despite writing short horror books may not be making a difference in the world, it does make my family proud that I'm using my creativity to produce something of myself and to make something of myself. And so is it okay for me to say that I'm proud of myself? Because I am. Not in a big-headed, I'm the most amazing author of them all, but proud in the sense that I was able to take my creativity and produce something on this level. Proud of the fact that I kept to my goal of writing and publishing and sticking through to the very end until it was done. For not giving up despite the time and effort that was required to get this done. Proud that I was able to push through the writer's block and to do something that I love doing. This is definitely where I see my future heading. And so before I log off, I just have one question for you. What's your next adventure?